Undercover. Cover.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Punishment time.
Okay.
So many.
Where's the Hitler one? That's the one I vote for.
Don't say. Don't say.
No, it's Charlie Chaplin, Jaren. That's what we
Oh yeah,
decided.
sorry, Charlie Chaplin.
How about like a trucker mustache? You have one that goes down like this?
like that, kind of.
Yeah.
That might be good.
Ooh,
Nice.
maybe, guys, starting right off the bat with the questions, is there a mustache that reflects the book better?
Dude, if that's really your question, what's the whole point of
If you
this
get me out
episode?
first question again, I swear.
What is the? That was the worst question you could lead in with, dude.
Dude, no, it's a good
Or
question.
maybe the best one.
Or maybe the best one. Okay, never mind. Forget that. Forget that question. I came out swinging. Okay, let's take a step back.
I had this idea of a book club where one person is assigned a different book than the rest, and Jace wanted to join in.
And I said to Hinckley, how about no one knows if they've got the unique book, so we all have to blend in and figure out who does. Also, can I invite my mom?
I told Jace I'm always down for a good book club. Just please tell me you didn't invite Jaren.
It's Jaren. Just kidding. Well, I'm Jaren, and we are all together, everybody.
Stop. This is Undercover Book Club.
Here we go, Hinckley. Yes.
Yes. You look like
That's a Steve Harvey right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That is a thick mustache. That is.
And my first question for today: which character from this book reminds you of Steve Harvey? I'm just kidding. That's not a question. That looks good though. You should incorporate that in your day to day.
I like that.
I think I'm going to.
Dare you to wear it to work tomorrow.
$20.
Some of my students are now listening to our podcasts.
Oh,
Ooh.
goodness.
Got a little
Tell-
middle school fan club.
Please tell me they're making fan t-shirts like with my
Great
name on it.
idea.
That like
I
Jaren
like
is my
that.
favorite.
Jaren's 2-0. Undefeated.
I'm also 2-0.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now it's time to drag.
We're the only ones, Liz.
You
You and I. We're the only ones.
That's right.
Not after today, actually.
Not after today.
Yeah.
I'm
Makes
ready
me
to
Times-
vote if Jace is.
Something's coming.
Yeah.
I'm actually already ready to vote. Thanks to Jace.
I think I look very trustworthy right now, so it's definitely not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go get a loan from a bank right now with that mustache. We need to tailor this podcast to our listeners, which is the middle school crowd. So let's open up some Fortnite banter. All right, guys.
I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite so much.
What's your favorite skin?
My favorite
There we go.
skin.
Ooh, there we go.
Nice, Liz.
I
That actually was really good.
Here you go. I've been waiting for one to come back on the item shop for so long, and last time it was on, I was visiting my parents in Minnesota, and I was so mad. The Futurama skins. That's one
Mm.
it's one of my
Futurama.
favorite shows. Okay,
I
Mm.
can write that down.
so
Is that
Oh,
Rick
Liz,
and Morty or is that
don't
something else?
write it
no, it's not
down.
Rick and Morty.
Liz, don't write it down.
It's a very
Futurama
completely
skin.
different show.
Different show.
But I'm Bender the robot. That one's good. If
oh,
you
I do
want,
know who that is. Yeah, I've seen the Bender the robot skin.
I'm
spend too much
Batman.
money on Fortnite. I think I have too many skins.
Hinkley, that is a problem. Don't spend real life money on that game. What are you doing?
Well, I got roped into playing it at first by my coworkers when the Dragon
No.
Ball Z skins were there, and they wanted to match, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll match." I had never seen Dragon Ball Z, and I bought a Dragon Ball Z skin. And
And that's why, kids, we
it
don't
snowballed.
fall into peer pressure. Okay, that's a good lesson. We haven't played in a couple weeks. I haven't
Yeah.
we don't play that often.
yeah, I've been
Because
on the
we have
Minecraft
kids.
grind
Hinkley,
right now.
we have children. We have mouths to feed.
You think this stash doesn't have kids? Four.
He has some child support.
We pay
Some
taxes.
child support to pay.
That's child support. Yeah. 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 I know life's been hard as the local plumber of your community, but you look like Mario.
Complete.
I love it.
In terms you'd understand, a kid is like if you're running through the storm and like you don't have like a big pot, like a big potion. You know what I'm saying? It's like you do the hot drop.
So a
But you
big
can't find
pot
any.
wouldn't help you in the storm. You
Yeah,
actually want
Jace,
a
that's
med
not a
kit
good
for
analogy. It's
that.
a med kit, dude.
Just-
You make okay.
Have you ever played the
Inkley,
game?
excuse Jace. We actually win a lot when we play, despite Jace's lack of.
I don't believe.
I'm ready for my
Okay.
question. Okay,
Ask away.
try to put a little variety here. Okay,
Okay.
I want you to. This is kind of a rating question, and I want you to rate it like 5 stars. Okay, 1 to 5 stars, just like
Okay.
hotels or restaurants. Give it a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. No halvesies. Okay. How would you rate the protagonist's ethical decision making throughout the book? 5 stars?
2 thumbs up.
No, Jace. Stars. I set the parameters of my question. 5
3 smiley
stars.
faces.
5 stars meaning highly ethical, and 1-star obviously being completely unethical. And where do you fall in? 5 stars. How would you rate the ethical decision making of the protagonist?
Are you
Liz.
asking someone in particular?
I can go first.
Liz first. Actually, no. I want Hinkley first because she's the one I'm
Stop
going to vote
doing
for.
this to me. I don't.
She's the one. She's
You
the
guys
one I'm
have
going
to
to
go
vote.
first.
Trustworthy?
I just Hinkley, just say your answer. It's really gonna confirm this for me.
I don't want to say my. I don't want to. Actually,
Because you're nervous.
I can go first. I can.
No,
Okay,
Liz.
wait, oh.
Liz, do not. I want Hinkley.
I'm gonna say a 2 or a 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Liz, go.
Maybe a 2.
I'm gonna say 2 or a 3.
Suck it, Jaren.
Got your back, Hinkley.
Hate you. No, I'm kidding. I hear you had a baby. How was that?
This is good.
Don't change the subject. We're trying to find out who the
I didn't change the
who
subject
the
at all.
undercover is.
Okay, I just care about my friend.
All right, Jace, your turn.
His ethical decision making, 3 stars, because
No, don't give your reason. Don't give your reason.
while it was unorthodox, it was
No.
effective.
Okay.
And now I just solidified my spot as having the actual book. Okay, that was a good question. It got things rolling. Okay, who's got next? Who's got the next question?
Okay, I'll ask one.
Okay.
Do you guys feel like the main character was very likable or unlikable? Or down the middle? How likable is this character to you?
So, if we liked it, or if the other characters liked it?
Like if you would like this person.
Mm.
This is a person you'd be
Um,
homies with?
Yeah, I would definitely like this person because they seemed like even keeled. Like there was wisdom behind this person's decisions. Yeah. Yes, sir. Can't argue with that. Let's wrap this up. It ain't me.
Okay.
What about Liz? And Jaren?
I think that I could get along with the main character because he doesn't bring in a lot of fluffy stuff. He just cuts to the chase, and he's smart, and he can figure things out. And that's the kind of person I like to be around.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like the character for everything that was said up to this point. But then how the book played out, the way it ended, I disagreed with the character. So I don't like him anymore. I don't like the person anymore. But I like them at some point. I like personality wise. I was conflicted at the end. So your question, Hinkley, I'm in the middle, whatever the middle thing you said.
See, I hate Jaren's answer because it could be a completely different book than I have, or it could just be that he views the ending slightly differently than I do.
See, I
That's a
like
very
Jaren's
interesting
answer because when you look at it that way and what happened at the end, it's like, yeah, maybe he should have been a little
wisdom
more
my butt. Yeah.
honest. Justice, let justice.
Yeah, even
Jace,
kill
do you
with
like-
his ethics, like he doesn't
Do you
care.
like unhonest people, Jace? Don't do that. Oh my gosh, don't do that.
For the listener, Jaren's making some goofy faces right now.
Yeah, for my middle school followers out there, my fans. I'm gonna bring
Anything you set your mind to.
literally
cannot.
anything. You can fly.
No.
Everybody get
Also-
on your roofs. You can jump. You
It's
can
ages
fly.
9 through 12.
That's such a funny video.
Oh, man.
That's Key and Peele. Also,
I'm a
also reminded me of a Chris Rock bit where he went to like some like high school graduation, and the principal's like, "You can do anything you set your mind to," and he's like, I got up after him and was like, "No, a couple of you can do what you want to. The rest of you better learn how to weld."
It's awesome.
Okay, Jace, your question. Let's do it.
Okay, this question is gonna give it away for sure. It's a really good question. I'll be
okay,
able
never
to.
mind. You want to
Okay.
give this?
This question's gonna end the game right here, guys.
Your
What's the
mustache
title
Jace,
of the
Jace
book?
didn't read the book. He just watched the movie. That's all. I swear he didn't read the book. He just watched-
just like in high school.
I don't
High
think he
school all
knows
over
how to
again.
read. If
Dude, the
I'm
movie's really good.
The books are relentless. Every page is just more words. They don't let you gasp for air. come up for air. So that's,
Yeah, while I was reading it, I thought, man, I need to be taking notes.
Jace, what's your question?
Okay, so I'm studying a little bit of psychology right now, okay? And there's something called the Kohlberg moral development. Okay, it's development stages. So this dude named Kohlberg was like, how do we think about morality? How do we develop our sense of morality? And he broke it up into like 3 stages, further divided it into like 2 each. So there's like 6 stages. First, how we learn morality is obedience versus punishment. So like you're a little kid and you don't want to get in trouble, so you won't steal the cookies. Okay? That's number 1. That's like the most basic form of morality. And then second is like individualism, where you start to think about how that there are different views of morality. Okay. And then the third is like good boy, good girl. The individual is good to be seen as good. Okay. And then as it progresses, level 4 is law and order. So you view society as needing to have law and order. Rules are in place. They need to be followed. Stage number 5 is social contract. So you understand that rules and laws exist for the greater good, and sometimes the law works against the interest of particular people. So some things might break the law but be ethical. And then number 6, the highest one, is called universal ethical principle. It's very rare. It's like Gandhi is like the only one. Kind of supersedes everyone else's morality. Okay. So what kind of stage, which of those stages led the protagonist's decision at the end?
That's such a terrible question, but I'm ready.
I should have taken notes.
You should take it.
Me too. Me too.
I have that. I had to come up with that question on the spot because my other question would have given it away right away. But I still have that one in my back pocket.
Ask Hinkley first.
Don't ask Hinkley first. Ask Jaren first. He said he's ready.
I feel bad because she was picked on last time.
I didn't pick on her.
I totally
like,
was, and it's
random.
not fair.
Hinckley,
Presumption
don't
was
use all your
fair.
mustaches. You're gonna need it next episode, okay? Don't use all these mustaches.
Maybe I need to cut out this
Honestly-
question. It took a long time.
It's a really good question. There's just a lot of levels.
There's
here.
a lot of thoughts to
Lot of
go through with
thought.
that one.
I'm going to say 5.
I think we're on agreement on 5.
How
Social
convenient.
contract type deal. Don't say how convenient.
I just looked it up. I'm going
Me
with
too.
5. I studied this out.
Hmm.
Too.
Okay, mine is a little more specific to the story.
Okay.
Was the boat in your story a kayak or a barge?
It was a barge.
What do you think, Jace? Hinkley says barge. He's going to narrow it right down. What are you laughing for, Jaren?
This changes the game a little bit now. Jace, what are you thinking?
Jace, what do you think it is, Jace? Tiger barge.
I think-
No, Jace, I'm
Mom,
with you.
Mom, this isn't
I think she read the wrong
the Life
thing.
of Pi episode, okay? This isn't the Life of Pi episode, Mom. Now I'm suspicious of you, Mom.
He didn't really kill an actual tiger, okay? It's symbolic.
It's symbolic. So by barge, do you mean like...
I just was wondering why there's like an ocean book every single time. But no, really the question, a barge or a kayak? This will narrow it down for me. Hinkley says barge. What do you say, Jace?
Hinkley, how deep was this ocean theme in this book?
Questions,
It's
Jace.
my question.
That can
It's
be
my
your next question. I already answered.
Jaren, wink once if there wasn't much of an ocean theme in this book. Okay, Hinkley doesn't know what Mom's talking about. I don't know what Mom's talking about.
And neither do I.
And neither do you. Okay, good. I thought I was the odd man out there for a second.
My confidence.
So, am I the odd man out? Is that what you're saying?
So, when you say boat, do you mean something more
like a metaphorical boat or like a physical boat?
That's what I'm saying. So how prevalent was this in the book, Liz? Like you're saying, like this is
It's
this is
pretty
important to the
prevalent.
story?
I'm just throwing out a question there.
Yeah, you are. You just contradict yourself here.
Your
I think I'm
winning
ready to
streak
vote.
just...
Are you
Okay.
guys ready?
Yeah, I'm
and
ready
to think
vote.
I was so set on Hinkley. Okay, no. Let me do my question first.
I'll explain why I thought it was Hinkley, but yeah, it's definitely Liz now. But this is really
But
funny.
Hinkley putting on this new mustache shows that she understands the book a little bit better.
No, she.
Thank you.
Yes, now she knows.
This mustache is a little closer to the...
Let's make Liz answer this next question first to really cement this in, guys.
Gosh, I'm gonna be the only
found-
undefeated person. This is gonna be awesome.
Okay, let me do my clue first. That's gonna give it away.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the main character in the book remind you of any character from Greek mythology? And if so, who?
Answer the question, Liz.
Okay. Now
Are you
Let's just-
asking me?
let's just vote Jace off now.
Am I first?
Yeah, Mom, you go. That was good. I think my mom knows what book we read, even though she read a different book.
She read all
Did
the
I
books.
though?
Should we
Okay.
go around and say who we're voting for?
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Okay, I vote Mom.
Mom.
I
Because
vote mom. Mom.
I might have a different book from you guys. I might, but I don't think so. I'm going to vote Hinkley.
Can I ask
Okay.
one more Can I ask one more question to Hinkley, and then that will just
No, we voted, Jaren.
I revoke my vote.
You can't do that. You can't do that. We voted.
All right, cut
I
the crap.
kind of-
What season? What season are we talking? Summer, fall, winter, spring of the book. Let's just
Shut
go.
up. I'm done.
That's just gonna
Yeah, look-
clear. Yeah, Liz Hinkley. What
Let's-
season?
don't-
Let's just go. And me and
I
Jace
don't
won't
Flip
say.
flop.
Jason, I won't say
I don't
anything.
I don't
Okay,
think you should be
Hinkley.
allowed to ask.
That's fine.
I
I
don't
can
think you should be
answer.
allowed to ask questions that are so freaking specific.
I'm not
Is-
afraid to answer it.
Answer
Hinkley's
it, Liz.
afraid. Liz, what's the season?
Fall.
Interesting. Okay. Hinkley, what's your answer?
Fall.
Okay, I think it's mom, but I don't think Hinkley read the book very well.
Yes.
I read the book, so I actually.
I don't think Hinkley knows. Maybe
She
the
did
end's
answer
2-2.
barge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shut up with the barge thing, dude. I didn't get the boat part. I didn't understand the boat thing, and I just thought that if I was confident, you guys wouldn't
Okay.
be mean to me.
Hinkley's scarred from being it last week, so
And
now she just last month.
And this is why the middle schooler kids follow me the most out of the four of us. Strategy. Right, my followers? The J Squad. You guys, we're about to be 3-0, boys and girls.
Guys, I'm cool.
I've
I'm cool.
got good strategy, Darren, that you have not even seen yet. You just wait. You just
Yes.
wait till the
Ooh.
dust settles.
This is
I'm
like
working my
someone who doesn't
magic
have
right
strat.
now.
And we're voting.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
voting.
Okay.
Wait, let me
Right.
change
Okay.
my voting
Let's-
mustache.
Audio. We need an audio.
Oh,
who's
Hinkley has
voting
to
who?
put on her voting mustache.
I'm putting on my voting mustache. Hold
Oh,
on.
voting mustache.
Jace, are we like 100% sure it's your mom?
Dude, the boat thing had
I'm
nothing to do with the
so
book.
sure it's
I
your
know. But just Hinkley's not playing this well either, so I'm like worried.
But
That, like,
Hinkley is
Hey, wait, I'll
digging
just
herself
put the other one
a
upside
grave.
down. There you go. Okay. It's a seagull. Hold on. The other one. We're gonna go with seagull. I vote Liz.
I vote
Liz.
Mom.
I think we voted.
Okay.
It's 3-1.
Hinkley. Okay. Okay.
Oh wait, book reveal. Everyone have their book close to them.
Yep.
No.
Hinkley, you got your book.
I have my book. It's in my hand.
Okay, ready? 1,
No.
2,
No.
3, show.
Are you
can't see yours,
serious,
Hinkley.
Liz?
Wait. Mine's Murder on the Orient Express. Mom's Murder on the Orient Express.
That's mine too.
Mine's an
Hinkley.
anonymous girl.
Hinkley's an anonymous girl. Why did you ask the
I
boat
win.
question, Mom?
What are you
Win.
doing, Liz?
Because I wanted you guys to vote for me because I wanted to be the only winner.
My mustaches are off. I win.
What do you mean
Wait,
you want to be
what
the
do you-
only winner?
That
What
means
do you
Hinkley
mean?
wins.
Hinkley won.
That means I win.
Wait. I won. Because I voted for Hinkley.
No.
No, there was 3 losers now.
Liz, Hinkley won.
I'm so glad.
What?
Liz, you totally played that wrong. So listen, when Jace brought up the mustache thing, Hinkley had
Yes.
no idea. So I was like, it's
Right.
Hinkley. And then Liz, you
Right.
said the movie, like it's a movie too. So I knew I
Yeah.
knew you did the murder
Yeah.
on the thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we're
Yeah.
good. It's Hinkley.
Yeah. And the moral dilemma at the end. Yeah.
Yes. And then you
I
threw
knew
the
you guys were on
random.
it. I knew. Yeah. I did a
But-
random.
You threw the barge thing. The second book of her series is the Nile one. Like he's on the
Yeah.
Nile River on a boat.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I thought, then I started second guessing myself, oh, maybe, and I haven't read that book. So maybe this is a tricky one. It's the same author, but 2 different books. And they're like
Yeah,
both
same
murder
detective.
mysteries, same detective. So I was like, oh, here I'm thinking she was on our side,
I
but
was
maybe she
trying
did
to
the
throw
murder.
you guys off. See, you guys voted. Who voted for me?
All of us.
All of
All
you
of
voted
us.
for me. Right.
Yes.
That's
And you were
why
wrong.
you guys lose.
And you were wrong.
Yeah. That's why you
So the
guys
3
lose.
of
So I'm
us-
the
because
only
it
winner.
was me.
No, but Hinkley
No.
wins.
I'm
'Cause
the
No.
only one that voted for Hinkley. So
If the
I
undercover
won.
person goes undetected, they win.
It's like playing mafia. Like you're trying to the murderer just needs to get out. Like the mafia need to get out unscathed,
But you
and
also
like
have
they're
to
trying to
find
get
out
people to
that
vote.
you're the murderer too. You
Yeah.
guys want to know how I figured out that it was me so fast?
Why?
Jace
The mustache thing?
said, "No, here's what happened actually." Because mustache thing, I didn't actually clock that. I don't listen to what you guys say. What it was,
Yeah.
that's why I suck at this game. It was when Jace said he in the book in my girls. In the book in my girls.
Oh.
The main character in
Mm.
my book is a girl, and I was like, "How likable is the main character?" And Jace was like, "He," and then I was like, "Oh, it's me," because then you guys like didn't point that out.
Well, you redeemed yourself from last round, Hinkley.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I took the mustache off. It was
Ah.
fine. And I feel like after the win, I get to take it off.
Hinkley was so suspicious the whole time too. That's why I said, I'm like, Jace, are we sure it's your mom? I'm like, but the barge question was so out there. that the whole book is on a train. I'm like, there's no barge. Like, what are we?
Yeah, I was gonna pee.
And I
my
also said
pants,
fall just to
actually.
throw people off. Also,
Yes. Why did
I
you
knew it
say
was
winter?
I knew it was winter.
Okay,
I
that
wanted
was the
Hinkley
other
to
thing.
agree with me and say
It
fall.
was winter in my book. I should just said winter because it was winter in my book. At the end. I feel so accomplished.
I really
Can
thought that I could be
Hinkley,
the only
you
winner.
did not accomplish
What?
anything.
And you
Hinkley.
would all lose, and you would all be wearing mustaches
I
next
won,
week.
idiot.
Yes, you did, Hinkley, but it wasn't
Shower
because.
his eyebrows?
Yes. Just say
Guys,
you won, but it wasn't because of strategy.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk about our
Well,
books.
this book was a journey. It was
An anonymous girl by who's
an
author?
anonymous girl. Greer, Hendricks, and Sarah Pekanine.
Okay.
People should have easy pronounced names if it's gonna be on books. No, that's so mean. You don't have to have that. An anonymous girl. Okay, basically, here's the thing. There's this girl, her name is Jess. She is a makeup artist, okay? And then basically she's doing a client's makeup when she finds out about this study that pays like $500, and she's like, I could really use the money. And the client's like, I'm just gonna blow it off or whatever. So then she poses as like the client's friend and goes to the study. She doesn't really know what the survey is, and she's like, hi, my friend Taylor decided she didn't want to do this anymore, and I'm gonna go in her place. And they're like, okay. And then she answers all these questions, and it's all ethical questions. Like, do you think this? Do you think this? Or whatever. And then she talks about, like, she has, like, a sister who had a traumatic brain injury, so she's, like, mentally disabled. And then, like, the questions keep getting more and more specific in, like, the, like, questionnaire thing that she, like, types on her little laptop. And then, like, the doctor who is running this study, like, picks her to be, like, kind of her guinea pig to find out if, like, her husband is gonna cheat on her again, because her husband cheated on her. And she's like, I just want to find out if men can, like, resist women's temptations or whatever. So she keeps putting her in, like, these situations where she just, like, flirt with these guys to see, like, if married men will still cheat or whatever. And it's super weird. And then it's, like, a whole thing where then she, like, meets the husband, not how she was, like, supposed to meet the husband, like how it was supposed to be set up by the doctor. And then she sleeps with the husband. So, like, he would cheat again, and he did. And then, like, she finds out that the doctor had another patient in the study who slept with the husband, too, that, like, mysteriously committed suicide. And it's a wild ride. It's a wild ride. But it was, like, there were so many moving parts that was freaking me out. Yeah,
So the doctor enlisted people in research to try to sleep with her husband.
Yeah, but just this one girl, because her husband, like, cheated on her. And then she was like, I can't trust him. I need to figure out if I can trust him. So she picks somebody in, like, her study that reminds her of the last girl that slept with her husband to go and, like, see if he's faithful or not. And then, like,
Okay.
it's wild. And then you find out that, like, she is the reason the other girl committed suicide, because she didn't really commit suicide. Like, a whole thing.
So she murdered the last girl.
Mm-hmm. Or, like, at least supplied her with the pills. And it was...
Whoa.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a crazy book. She literally she's doing this anonymous survey for cash. And then, like, you find out that she's the reason her sister had a traumatic brain injury. And then you find out, like, the doctor killed her younger sister, too. So it's, like, a whole, like, there's so many moving things.
Does the
And then the
doctor
mystery...
ever get held accountable?
Oh, the very, very end. It's like, what happened was she gave her, like, a Vicodin, and that's the prescription drug that killed the first girl in the survey, like, subject 5. And then at the end, like, after the husband and this girl are like, you're in the wrong here, then she, like, it ends with her being like, I just wrote myself a prescription for, like, 30 Vicodin, and that should be enough. And then the book ends. Like, wild. So then, like, I think the doctor just kills herself in the end. It's a wild book.
Wow.
This is some sort of, like, soap opera type drama.
It was super dramatic, and I don't want to say it's not a good book. It was a pretty, like, entertaining book, okay? There's a lot of moving pieces. I was following it. My only thing was I don't think I liked the main character. And then it was really hard when like bad stuff happened to her because I didn't care about her enough to
you're
be
like, okay.
yeah, like literally that was it. I felt like she just wasn't a very redeemable character because like when she was bored she'd like go sleep with married men to blow off steam, and I was like, I don't think I like you. I don't think I really care about what's happening to you right now, which might be like an insane take. So I wish you guys had read the same book so I could be like, do we hate her?
It's kind of like this. The psychology of it reminds me of like that experiment where the person told the participant to deliver an electric shock to this other person, but he was just an actor. And so, but he was the participants would deliver a shock, and then the doctor would be like, okay, increase the voltage, and then they'd keep doing that, and the person would like the actor would like pretend like it's like crazy and like getting like and then like pass out, and then the doctor would be like, all right, now deliver another one. And it's like most of the time the participants would do it just because, and it shows how it kind of gives insight into like Nazis or like other thing, like how something is terrible, but when an authority figure is telling you to do something, it's hard to say no.
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Yeah.
So the doctor told her before they moved to like the real world experiments that she could like say no and stop the whole thing at any time. And then like she doesn't until it's too late. When she tries, the doctor's like, you actually can't because I have like you on video breaking into my home, even though like the husband put her up to that to like steal like files and stuff. So she's trying to solve this mystery while like running around the doctor, so the doctor doesn't know that she's trying to figure out what's going on. I think personal goal for myself, I would like to be better at summarizing books because like just reciting the whole book word for word.
Spark notes.
You're just doing a retell.
You're good.
Yeah. Tell me about your book.
I'll tell you all what I thought. I'm really glad that I was assigned an Agatha Christie book, so I could be like, okay, now I've read like an Agatha Christie. Because I'm not a huge, like I don't know much about books, but I'm like, okay, I'm glad it's like kind of like it's an established, cemented itself as part of a respectable canon. And I wasn't let down. I thought it was good. Some parts were predictable. And then
What about the ending? Was the ending predictable?
So when he was like, this person was coming for this person, I was like, oh, okay, there's probably a few in on it. There's probably a few passengers. But yeah, to have them all, I was like, and then it matches with the number of knife mark. I was like, that's sick. I wasn't expecting that, and I love that.
So, is murder ever justified?
It's a big ethical question. I mean, that's what the death penalty is. That's what.
Yeah.
Like, is it ever justified?
Why didn't
for
they
a
just
greater
turn
good?
this guy in? They found him
Because
when
he
the police
be
couldn't.
touched. He was too rich to be touched. He was already tried in America.
Oh, I thought
So
he got
there was
away
nothing-
before he was tried. No?
No.
Oh,
he
okay.
He already
Missed
went to
that.
the courts. Yeah.
Okay. His crime was
Will you
horrible.
summarize this?
Yeah, so we need to explain this to Hinkley real fast.
Yeah.
And for our listener, for Hinkley's dad.
So Hinkley, basically, there are 12 people or 13 people on this train heading to London. Is it London? I can't remember now. They're headed to London, or with
a few stops.
Few stops along the way. Anyway, one of them's a detective. He's on his way somewhere. Long story short, what the murder that we're talking about is there's a guy on the train that goes to the detective wanting to hire him to like protect him. He thinks people are trying to kill him. The detective refuses the case, and then he is murdered on the train, and then the train is like stopped because of the weather. And so like ironically, you have a detective that's on the train, so he takes on the case. He's kind of forced to. And you have these 12 suspects that all have a connection. And one thing they found about the guy that got murdered is that he actually is a former murderer where he kidnapped a girl and took ransom for, like money for her and then killed her anyway. And so like
a 3-year-old,
like a young girl. So it's like supposed to build up that ethical
important.
like yeah. So you're not. It's not just like it's not just someone dying. It's like it's a murder that was killed. Does that change the ethics of it, or does it not? Shouldn't it or shouldn't it? That was kind of anyway. That's the kind of tension And so at the end, like what Jace just mentioned, the detective figured it out that it was actually all 12 people. They all had a connection to the family that, like, there's a lot of like baggage with all that, but they all had a connection in some way. They all had a bone to pick with this guy. And so they actually all participated in the murder. And so now
The
he's
murder
like,
of a child?
no, not the child, of the guy they
The
killed on the
murderer.
train. The murder on the train.
Okay.
So the guy the guy that died on the train, he was murdered, but in
Yes.
his past, he killed a 3-year-old girl. They were doing revenge on that.
So they killed the guy that killed the girl.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
his
then
name was
it's
Ratchet.
like, and then
Yeah.
is that what you're like? Then do they turn him in?
No,
Or-
does he turn all 12 of them in for the murder
Oh.
of the murderer? Does that make sense? So he's
Okay.
he's
Did
trying
he?
to solve the murder, and no, at the end he doesn't.
Oh,
So at the end, yeah, he figures out everyone was just covering for each other. Everyone killed this guy, and he says, and he brings them all in and says, "Okay, I have 2 solutions, and let's decide which one is accurate." The first solution is that some person came in on one of the stops of the train, came in, murdered him, and left. And there's a little bit of evidence that supports that, and some of the people claim that's what happened. But there are some loose ends that didn't add up. And then so after he presented that option, someone was like, his like partner or whatever was like, that doesn't make any sense. And he's like, okay, but let me present the next one, and then we can choose which one. And then he explains how everyone was in on it.
And everyone's like,
Everyone's guilty. Yeah. And which was pretty cool how he tied it all together. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, that's what you presented like the first option as an out for us.
okay. So he's basically
And then
like,
but then they were like,
one of two things happened. What are we saying?
Yes.
happened?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with his decision to not turn them in?
I do, because I'm one of those religious people that think that someday it will all be sorted out. You know what I mean? A higher power will sort it out. People just try and sort things out the best way that they can. And we have laws of the land to help us, but
they're optional.
But they're a guideline. They're just
it's
a
a
little
number.
guide.
It's a number 5.
It's a
on the
number 5.
Goldberg
Stupid
Yeah.
moral
tax. Like,
dilemma
what is your-
scale.
I disagreed with it, but I honor the complexity of it. But if I had to like pick a side, maybe if you like take religion, like I was trying to think maybe philosophically, and there's like that one school of thought and philosophy. There's like a billion of them, but one of them's like Kantian ethics, which is like you just do the right thing in the moment, and it's like you can't even prove the consequences. Like you can't, like, because utilitarianism is like whatever works for the majority. This is better for everybody. And Kantian ethics is like, yeah, you can only do what's right in front of you. And so I know that's more of like an absolute, but I just, if I had to pick a side, I'm like, dude, they all chose, they took a life, and there's gotta be consequences to that. So I'm not gonna like let like freaking 12 people go, dude. Like but it's hard though. I get the dilemma. That's
There
what,
you go. Long arm of the law.
that's right, baby.
I want to read this book.
Okay.
The thing that ruined it for me though is that I've seen the movie like 4 years ago, and so when I got the book, I feel like I was mad that I didn't get the twist at the end, because they do it in the movie. So I was like, lame. I wish I didn't see that movie. I wanted to like go through the book journey and just like. So it's just kind of annoying.
Mhm.
It was just kind of annoying for me. I'm like, I know how this ends. Like, I hate that I know this. I wanted to discover it. So that was my only like pet peeve with it. But dude, the guy Ratchet, it's Johnny Depp. Do they have
In the Orient Express
Oh.
movie?
Johnny Depp is
Oh.
Ratchet? Yeah, and
Cool.
they have like
I bet he's good at that.
dude, Josh Gad like is one of the guys. Like
Yeah.
they have so many actors that are
Cool.
like, it's like a really good. So anyway, that was my only thing. I'm like, freak, I've seen the movie. This is stupid. I want to see the
Hinkley.
twist.
Yes.
Hinkley, Josh Gad is who voices Olaf, in case you were wondering who that was
Like,
when you were watching Frozen as a child.
And for the middle schoolers that are
Count,
watching.
Count Olaf from Series of Unfortunate Events.
Count
Him?
Olaf.
That's who that is?
The snowman that says, "In summer."
That was Jace, you're good at impressions. That was not your strongest.
Okay, here's my best impression, guys.
Do a Kronk.
Here's my
Can you not cut
Hey,
him off?
Hey, keep that to yourself.
spinach puff.
Hey, keep that to yourself. You're gonna take away my followers, my middle school followers. They're gonna
You're
I
gonna tell
want
me.
middle school followers.
squeaky, squeak.
Guys, vote Hinkley.
You tell me
I'm
it's your
young and
birthday.
hip. I'm fun and hip, not like these guys.
You're fun and hip.
These
are
old
fun and hip.
heads.
I would say the other Agatha Christie book I read, and then there were none. I felt like I was more of a detective in that one
Yeah.
because there was no detective there, so I was just kind of like,
You're like, all right,
piecing it
I'll
together.
be the guy. I'll step in.
I'm him. I'm
Okay,
literally
I'll do
him.
Who's gonna be a leader?
Get the mustache.
Okay, I'll do it. You no, I saw you stand up for the.
You're not.
It's
That was
gonna
good too. I
be.
recommend. It's not too long. It's like this one.
Like,
It's
took
like
that role on yourself.
yeah, but that one's cool too. It's like 12. I think it's 12, maybe 10. 10 people go to an island. They're all invited there mysteriously, and then one by one they start to die, and you're like, ooh, who's killing them off?
I'm gonna be honest though. This is one of the few cases where the movie's better than the book. Johnny Depp is at his
What?
peak
Oh yeah.
in this movie, dude.
Oh, Johnny Depp. Oh no. Okay, I have one more question for Jaren. Okay, Mr. Law of the Land. Here's the dilemma that Kohlberg raises. It's called the Heinz dilemma.
Yes.
So there's someone named Heinz. Everyone's probably heard this before. His
Heinz,
wife
like
is
the
dying,
ketchup?
like the ketchup. This dude has invented the cure, and then he goes. So the husband goes and says, "Hey, can I buy the cure from you?" And he goes, "No, the price just went up 10 times." And so he goes. So he says, "I can't afford that," or whatever. And then he tries everything he can to get him to bring down the price, but he won't. And so he breaks in and steals the medicine. That goes against the law of the land. Is that ethical? Saves a life because someone was price gouging.
It's a really good question.
And that question is how Kohlberg kind of would tell where people are in the hierarchy of decision making.
Yeah, that challenges if I'm gonna be a true Kantian ethic, because a true Kantian would be like, you don't know for sure that medicine will work, therefore it is unethical to steal. Like, and so like the consequences are not guaranteed. So if I was a true Kantian, like I said with the last example, I would have to say, yeah, that's unethical. But then like the moral dilemma, like as I think about it, like I would say, I'm not taking a life. I'm stealing something from someone greedy to save a life. So I could sleep good at that. So I guess
There you go. There's the gray
I would
area.
say yes to that. I just think the only dilemma I have is like, I can't just pick and choose when to be a Kantian ethic. I can't be like, this scenario, do it, in this scenario, not. So that's just more of like, I need to pick one. And any school of thought you pick, there's gonna be some holes in it, but you gotta like stick to what.
And I think that's what ethics is. You just look at these different frameworks and see what fits the situation. I think picking one and sticking with it might be dangerous.
Oh, Jaren's yawning. Time to wrap it up. Oh, and Jace is sneezing.
These guys.
Everyone's falling.
Guys. Okay, punishment for
know.
us
Okay,
three.
I have
Hinkley, you
thoughts.
gotta choose.
Part of me is like, oh, I should make you guys dress up as a character from your book. But that might give it away so fast.
Oh,
Just pull up.
Oh, for our next book, dress the characters for the next book.
Yeah. Okay. I want Crazy Hair Day next time.
Okay.
crazy hair day. I can
Crazy
do that.
hair day.
Whoa.
Crazy Hair Day.
Jace is just, he wakes up and that's how he does his hair. That's he's just gonna come normal. Was he gonna? That's
No, I want it to be
No.
like, I want you guys to put in effort.
to make it crazy.
This isn't bad.
Okay.
Yeah, do
I can
effort.
do
Do
that.
something fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't
middle
care
school
if you
teacher, we
shave
do
it, if
crazy
you
hair
put
day
glitter in it.
often.
You can
At
do
least
like
once a year.
temporary hair chalk. I want you all to get weird with it.
bowl cut. We both do it.
No.
Please. You work from home. They're not gonna know.
from
You don't go in
home.
public. They're not gonna. Who's gonna see you, dude?
I
Yeah.
tried.
That's
No,
all-
I try to
all
keep
Crazy
a
Hair Day.
respectable appearance. Okay, Crazy Hair Day.
I'm so accomplished. I'm so glad I won. Like, this was so cool, guys.
It's
This
not
is the first
because
time
of you,
the
Hinkley. It's not
Yeah.
because
Shut
of you.
up.
It's because of Liz.
This is the first time Shh, psh, psh, psh. This is the first time that the imposters won. I'm so happy. It was me.
Yeah, you. That's true. You hold
I'm
that
so
title.
angry.
First
I
time
I'm
do.
so
undercover.
angry. You're the first imposter that won.
I feel like this is the best win of all time, honestly.
No.
I think it's awesome.
Thank you, Liz.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
We're
My
best
plan
friends.
backfired. I wanted to be the only winner.
That's-
Oh well. You are
That's,
the
uh,
only winner.
I'm the
You
only
beat
one
us
who's
all.
been the only one winner.
The
Winner.
barge
Minor.
question nailed it for you.
Now we need to pick the genre for next month. We
The
can
Romance.
Jean.
biography.
Hardcore
We already
romance.
established. We already established. There's no romance. and
Preferably
there's no
with
gore.
werewolves as well.
Ew. Hinkley, do you actually like romance books?
Oh, so bad. I think it'd actually be so funny. Can we please?
That would be funny though.
I want us all to be like, how buff and handsome was the guy in your novel?
Hey, no hate to the
On
people
a
out there who
scale
like
of
romance. I
10
just
to
don't think I can do
11, how spicy was the spices?
Hinkley, you
skin.
totally read romance books, by the way. We can tell. You would.
Yeah, we can tell.
It's okay. No judgment, but we know you do. And you're blushing, so yeah, it works.
Blushing, I have a red light behind me.
it. I'd read fantasy. I want to read like The Hobbit or something. Like I want to read something.
Dude, I want to read The Hobbit too.
I've
I
never
don't- I-
read nor seen The Hobbit.
You're not missing much on,
You're not
on
missing
seeing
anything
it, but
in the
yeah,
movie.
we gotta.
I want to read the novelization of Star Wars.
Comics?
uh,
Comics? Do we do comics next?
Yeah, comic book next. Take like 10 minutes to read. That'd be
Graphic
sick.
novel?
Graphic novel.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss
Don't
book.
be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah,
It's
graphic
a
novel.
it's a graphic novel.
Manga.
I-
Okay,
You
out
pick
of
a
all those,
manga.
I
Manga?
I don't think biography would work. That'd be like too deep. Like
I think it would work so well. I think it works so well. Like,
Yeah,
I say we give it a try. I love biographies.
that's the
Uh,
genre I would like to read the most. But let's think through this how it would go.
Yeah.
You could be like, did your person? Because we know it's about one person.
so we're like, did they
So there's a
invent?
starting
Did they
point.
invent something cool? And then did everyone be like, yeah, no, like I don't know.
It wasn't
I
Steve
think-
Jobs.
I think a problem that we need to address in this podcast is y'all are asking too specific of questions.
Jace's questions were
You
horrible.
you guys are literally like, describe a scene.
yeah, no.
What do you
Liz,
do? You even want
Liz
this to be
and
like a detective thing?
Hinkley? I agree. Hinkley is the only time I'm gonna agree with you in this episode.
You guys are literally
You got
one
something
step
against
away.
me, Jared?
I said
You're one
Liz,
step away from
Bring
saying,
it.
"What's the title? What's the
You
title of
keep
the book?"
pointing at me.
Okay. Crazy hair day next time for our punishment.
Crazy hair
Hinkley's
day.
the winner. She holds the
Hinkley's the
title.
winner.
I'm
Sorry,
First
guys.
one.
Let you down.
All right. Well, so we end this.
All right.
Catch you later. Thanks for the
Love
fun
you.
times.
Okay.
Undercover.
You can watch Undercover Book Club on YouTube.
Listen wherever you listen to podcasts.
And follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Undercover Book Club is produced, hosted, and edited by us,
Hinkley Peterson.
Chase Merrill.
Elizabeth Merrill.
And Jaron Strader.
And would like to give a special thanks to all authors who provide us with a medium through which to expand our world.